Queen Bee issued Granny 3 warnings to not cover anything from over here. On January 2nd, Granny covered the cease and desist between a creator and a sub. Sinner came on panel to discuss it, followed shortly by B-Tim. Naturally, Queen Bee was brought up in the course of the conversation between Sinner and B-Tim. However, the stream was not about her. The next day, Queen Bee comes into Granny's live stream to fire her shots.
Hey, what's up? No, I'm just saying, at least I'm here for this live stream. Yesterday, I wasn't here for the bullshit yesterday. Oh, I really was pissed about yesterday.
Yeah.
So I did go live. I did a 6-hour live refuting the lies and the bullshit. And Johnson was caught once again doxing 4 fucking people privately, if that's how we're going to go with this. Again, in some motherfucking lies. Yesterday was some straight up bullshit. And now we've sat here and talked to you about this, Granny, right?
She told Granny not to talk about this.
We sat here and had a conversation with you on the Hive and said, hey, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. And you had a great conversation with us. The very next day, I did a live stream. The very next day.
The day after Queen Bee tells Granny what to cover, Granny covered TT, Angela, and the lies being told about her. Nothing to do with Queen Bee. For those 3 days, Granny covers other communities that have nothing to do with Queen Bee.
It wasn't about you.
Yeah, it wasn't about you. It was about Boston, actually, and they just directed it towards you, Queen.
Everything you do gets turned into being about me. Why?
Because of chat and panel.
It's a chat, yeah. But
Yeah,
like even when
let her answer, please.
Fall in line worker B-Tim.
the chat might bring you up, but the topic's not about you.
Yesterday was some fucking bullshit.
Like this one right here, this is TT, the bigot you invited on panel. This one right here was about Joe.
Definitely. Okay, so you have people that I don't get along with on panel. So what's the difference? These same
Because
people.
are they talking to you?
Yeah, they have.
Who has Granny allowed on panel that has doxed Queen Bee?
So what is the difference? Even if they doxed you, what is the difference? So because they doxed you, I can't have them on my panel. Would I ever let them dox you on my panel? No.
No, you can absolutely. If you want to associate with doxers and bigots, you can do just that, Queen. You can do just
I
that.
didn't say I wanted to associate with them. I said I keep an open panel. So you're doing this open panel thing. What's the difference? Having people that you don't like up, just like you're having people uncovering who I don't like, right? What's the difference?
I don't know. What if I had Tim Terry come up? You'd be okay with that?
I mean, what can I say?
Right. What can I say? Exactly. That's what I said. If you want to invite the biggest and doxers on your panel, you want to show my private messages, go ahead and do it.
I didn't show your private messages.
In episode 1 of Warnings, Queen Bee not only showed, but also acknowledged and read out Granny's private messages.
You did 3 weeks ago.
But you have no problem showing mine.
You showed mine 3 weeks ago.
No, what did I show? A video? I played a fucking video or something? I didn't really say, hey, these are Granny's messages. Let me play these. Let me further damage whatever's going on or further cause a fucking divide. Let me do that. No, never once did I ever do that to you.
So you just played a video not realizing it was my
I don't know what video it was. I don't even have a fucking timestamp for you yet.
Granny can't cover community topics from over here, but Queen Bee is allowed to have content amnesia.
Well, see, that's the thing. Maybe you
play it right now.
What?
Pull it up and play it right now on your screen.
Why would I play my own fucking docs?
Didn't know your docs was in there. So you're telling me I played a video, fully doxed in, and they said Granny's watching your full name, first name, address, all that on a fucking video.
No.
Queen Bee is now playing semantics with the term dox. In highlighting hypocrisy, episode 1, B-Tim and Queen Bee talk about striking Morbid for showing her docs, but it was just her picture, and he only read her record. The term dox seems to change to suit Queen Bee's needs.
Just my medical and my private conversations. It wasn't like I called somebody
right? It was about the cancer shit, right? That you brought to this platform, correct?
I mean, this is from a year ago. I think this is from a year ago, but I know it's getting brought up because she's, hanging with Laura and.
I saw in the chat somebody said that a mod.
Petty. What?
It sounds like maybe she didn't.
Like a mod put it out. I'm sure that's
yeah.
not. I'm sure that's not. I'm sure they did because there was people that she had mods that were doing like backstabbing ass shit and Yeah, it's just some shit. I mean, some things happen like that. It is what it is.
Okay. No, actually, a moderator did.
A moderator brought it to this platform. Because the last and only time I heard you was talking about it. You was talking about you was going to go to Disney and it was the last trip and all that. I watched that live stream. I was in your live with that.
So you heard me say this is my last trip. You didn't clip that.
I heard you say this is you were having a hard time and it could be or some along the lines. Yeah, some along the lines. Yeah, you did.
No, what I said is after experiencing what I experienced, life is short. That's what I said.
And I don't blame you. I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but I know I was there for that live stream.
I'm amazed that everybody says that I said I was dying and not one person, all the haters I have, not one person.
You said it could be your last trip with your kids. You did say that.
Queen Bee claims to not know the history of over there, but here she claims to have known exactly what was said in Granny's stream over a year ago. but can't seem to remember the content she did just 3 weeks ago.
Then it came the doxing of my father, and then I responded. I've responded to TT very little in comparison to what has been done. My very recent stream was because she doxed my family and my moderators.
Okay, and I'm supposed to know this information, right?
You're tagged in it all the time. You don't see your tags?
I was tagged in it.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah, so how are you going to hold that against me when I don't know anything about these fucking tags or pay attention to them? The other day I paid attention to them after I fucking talked about the situation one time. I was tagged in 3 fucking posts. How is that my fucking fault?
Well, it's not your fault, but here's my question. Do you think they're not picking you for a reason to tag?
Do you think that Jones and none of them ain't coming over here fucking with you for a reason, tagging you and fucking with you and coming in every live stream talking shit for a reason?
Well, they don't tag me, but no, I feel like they've been in my chat whether you were the conversation or not. Has Angela ever been in your chat until last night?
Oh yeah, I guess she's a fucking member and I didn't even know it. So
Remember all those times in the warnings videos that I told you to take note of Queen Bee acknowledging the tags about Granny? Now she claims she didn't know about them.
I don't even understand how we got here. If you look at my screen, this is it. The last stream I did about you was here, and then we had a conversation on it. Since then, I've made a purpose not to speak on you. Unfortunately, Jones and
It was about me yesterday, bro.
I did what?
The whole live stream yesterday was about me. Sinner continued to round that fucking name up. Nicolina was coming up here talking shit. Laura comes up and talks shit every fucking day.
She doesn't come up every day. But to be fair, they do talk shit.
You on my panel, you get mad about that. So how does that make any kind of sense?
No, here's the Queen. First off, you can have your, like I said, if you want to associate with those type of people, associate with them.
I want to associate with them. Having them on a panel just like you did doesn't mean I'm associating with them.
Is Queen Bee the only one in the community allowed to host an open panel?
Because I keep an open panel does not mean associate with every single person.
But when you're literally shouting at them to come on up because you want to seek revenge on me, that's a pretty weak ass move.
No, that's doing the same thing you do. I can't cover what goes on with you over here. You're covering what goes on with me over there. What's the difference?
By talking about Sinner and Emmy, that's covering you.
Dox you, no, and I would never fucking allow anyone to come up and dox you or your fucking kids on my panel. Never would I ever do that to you or anybody else.
Yeah, and I would never ever even host anybody that would dox you, your family, or your kids. But I guess that's the difference between us.
Oh, okay. But you know so much about these people that come up on your panel.
I know enough that what was going on in private.
That's the problem is you don't know what's going on. You ain't been around. You're not from our community. You have no fucking idea.
What level of authority was given to Queen Bee to dictate who is in or out of the community?
So yesterday's live stream was some straight bullshit. I should not have to do a 6-hour fucking live stream refuting the lies and the bullshit. Didn't even have a chance to come on your fucking panel to defend myself, and I was the goddamn cue to your live all fucking day.
You weren't. The link was dropped several times. If you had other things going on,
it was my kid's fucking birthday. I didn't have time to come up and join your fucking 6-hour live stream about me. I'm sorry, I didn't have time for that. I didn't know you were doing one.
Should Granny have changed the bus schedule to accommodate picking up Queen Bee?
I'm not friends with people that go after your kids. I have no idea how many kids you have.
Period. No, nobody's going after your kids. Kids should not be brought up on this platform. Fucking period.
The woman you invited on your panel has threatened my daughter more than once. They said, but put a 1 in the chat if you guys have heard.
I don't care about a 1 in the fucking chat.
Queen Bee doesn't care to know if everyone else has seen threats to Granny's children. She just wants to gatekeep Granny's content.
What I'm saying is they're calling you a fucking liar just like people are calling me a fucking liar. So how do I know if I don't talk to them? I'm just supposed to go off what you say just like you go off what I say?
No, have fun, Queen. Invite them up. You already did. Host your panel. Have fun. I don't know what you want. Like, what do you want me to say? Please don't do it.
You want to continue doing our shit over here. So what's the problem with me doing your stuff over here? What's the
I'm sorry you don't recognize me as part of this community, but I am, okay? And I'm going.
Let me know in the comments if you think Granny's watching is a part of this community.
To speak on things that are happening within this community, whether you like it or not.
So you are not things that are happening in your community, then no, you can't be mad about it. That's all I'm saying.
You have. Do you forget that you've done that first to me? You have.
I've done that first to you. Do I do live streams on you? I don't recall ever doing a fucking live stream on you.
Semantics. Queen Bee hides talking about other creators in a 4 to 6 hour live stream. She may not put their name in the title or thumbnail, but that is semantics. It's easily hidden within her streams. Semantics.
I understand correcting the lies, but to threaten me the way you did when I've been beyond fair with you just wasn't cool.
To threaten you like what? Saying I didn't threaten you. I said I was going to cover your community like you were covering ours. Because you're telling me that these people are a certain way. I don't know these people. I'm not. I'm supposed to go off your word.
It's not what you said. You invited them up on the panel and you did so in a threatening manner, and you know you did.
No, I said you guys want to come up and we can have a live stream. What's the problem?
There is no problem. Fucking do the live stream. There's no problem. You want to associate with
people? If you want to cover us, I'm gonna cover you guys. I mean, there's no fucking issue. There's no problem.
Queen Bee says there's no issue. But does it seem like there is an issue to you?
And I can promise you this, Queen. You can cover them till your heart's desire. It won't change.
I didn't say I was covering them. I said I was covering your community. I didn't say I was covering them where it specifically is about them, where I said, hey, let's come up here and just trash and dog the fuck out of Granny. No, I never said that either.
Right. Well, first off, all these people do is dog and trash me because again,
And
you
they
did
want
not
on my
just say,
fucking panel. I mean, just because they want to talk about whatever the situation is that happened with you guys, I would never fucking allow them to dox you, your kids, or talk shit about you and drag you for a complete fucking lies.
Did Granny let people dox or show Queen Bee's children on her panel?
oh, I thought when you said cover the community I come from, I thought you meant cover it overall. And what I'm saying is the furthest you will get, you will come to a point where you realize what a real low down piece of shit, this woman that claims to be your best friend, the one that said fuck transgenders for what and who they are, the one that is a racist bigot. It won't take long before you show that. And she will show her ass on your panel, just as Voices does on every panel they go on. So you can invite my
See, that was the same shit. Voices came and said on my fucking panel, but I didn't let her drag you every fucking live stream, did I? No.
You get dragged every live stream I have.
Later, Queen Bee will state that she didn't listen to the stream. She just watched the chat.
You. That's what you keep saying. You keep saying I'm going to bring these people up to drag the fuck out of you. No, I'm not.
I'm all they obsess over. And you know that because you saw the woman's channel. What did you think she was going to come on a panel to do when you say, maybe, fuck Granny, maybe I should have hair.
Messages, emails, tags. You think these people ain't trying to reach out to me to tell their side of their story? And I've always been fair and had an open panel. Always.
Right. Why haven't they told it till now then? Why is it only
I don't fucking know because I've never really mentioned your name because I never really had any problem or any way. You know what I'm saying? I never had any reason to be mentioning your name. So why would they come around?
You just played a video about me 3 weeks ago. Stop with the narrative that even B. Tim acknowledged that my name comes up in your chat and comes up in discussion. Of course it does because
you're covering everything we do over here.
Clearly, Queen Bee is not Granny's only content. So what is this truly about?
Even prior to me covering everything you do.
In Laura's fucking chat, you just went the fuck off on Laura's panel.
Right, because this is why. You want to know why? I know you don't like me. You can say it how many ways you want to say that.
Why would I not like you? What have you done that I wouldn't like you? What has happened that I would not like you?
Well, because I feel like you've always had a prejudice towards me. I feel like you've always had your prejudgment towards me. I know your moderators don't like me.
Why do you feel that way?
Because of the many discussions that have been had on your channel about me. That's why.
But there's been many discussions about a lot of fucking people on my panel, on my channel.
So Queen Bee can have several discussions about several people on her channel, but Granny cannot talk about Queen Bee.
Yesterday, my live stream was about correcting the fucking lies that went down on your fucking panel.
Well, you sure started it off with it being about me.
Okay, so we have yesterday patrolling and trying to catch me right, and that was about me. You find out who your friends are.
That's not about you. Where are you on here? This is about
Yesterday was about me. The whole fucking live stream was about me. Just because I'm not on your thumbnail does not mean see that now. We're not gonna play that shit. No.
Is this hive-pocracy? Queen Bee stated earlier in this video that her streams are not about Granny. So how are Granny's streams about Queen Bee?
About you.
I wasn't on the thumbnail does not mean that fucking live was not about me. Sinner came up and talked shit about me for 2 hours straight.
Oh, this is yesterday's stream. I'm sorry. You're right. You did come up as a topic, and I told Sinner to stop calling you names. And I said that B. Tim's going to defend you the same way he's going to defend Emmy.
Right. I heard you say that.
Okay, so was I not fair? Was I what was so
no? Actually, you were pretty fucking fair with that. But you were pretty fair with that. Yeah, you were.
So I don't understand what your anger is with me. Is it just that these people are in my chat?
I don't have I didn't have an anger with you. Like I said though, you keep getting mad at me because I say I'm going to cover over here. Okay, what's the problem though? If you're covering our situation over here, what is the problem with me covering them? Because you think they're a bigot or racist or whatever doesn't mean that they are.
Oh, it doesn't?
I don't know. I don't know these people like that. Doesn't mean they are. I mean, if I set up here and said something about somebody, are you just going to take my fucking word at it or are you going to ask that person?
Well, apparently you look at my channel enough that you think it's mainly about you. So maybe you should watch the stream I did.
About me, though. The last couple of weeks have been. I don't look at your channel like that because I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck before.
What is the real issue here? Because Queen Bee just talked in a circle. Is it about Granny's content? Or is it about the people in Granny's chat?
Well, you need to look because the last streams have not been about you. You keep saying that. They have not.
Okay.
They just haven't. You might get mentioned because of everything going on right now, but if the streams aren't about you.
All right.
That pause, the size of the Grand Canyon, says it all.
And we'll go with that.
I mean, like I said, you can host them. You can go up there and pull up anything. Go ahead. I'm not telling you can't, but don't think it doesn't go past people as to why you're doing it. You're doing it to seek revenge on me. If not, you
No,
would have
you
done
think
it.
I'm doing it to seek revenge, but I've kept an open panel. I've always had an open panel. My shit's never changed. Just because you're doing something new doesn't mean I have to do something new.
Is that the
I'm
real
not doing
problem
anything
here,
new
Queen?
because
Is
I'm
that the
cover
real
it because
problem?
you want to cover over here. That doesn't mean shit. That does not mean any fucking thing.
I think we found the real problem, the real reason for the outrage.
Off right here, I cover anything going on within all of the community. I mean, all of it right here. This is
No,
not
you
even
recently just started covering shit over here with me. Obviously, come on now.
because it's
Come
a
on.
hot
And you're
topic.
doing this shit because you're mad as fuck because I showed a video about you 3 weeks ago, right? Is that why we're doing that?
I thought you didn't show the video about me.
I'm
Or you
asking
know
because you
that
keep saying I did. So you feel like
Because
this? So
when
is that why we're doing this? Because you
No,
feel like
you-
I shot a video about you 3 weeks ago. So
Why did Queen Bee show that video 3 weeks ago, when Granny had not done any content on Queen Bee?
No, that you're actually projecting that onto me. What I'm saying
I'm
by
just asking if you want to
statement,
keep saying that. So is that what's up or what?
why I'm saying that is because you keep acting like you haven't done anything, like you haven't shown my private messages. So when you're saying about me showing yours,
I didn't
it's
show
like,
your
okay,
fucking
you
private
showed mine.
messages. Never
The
once
whole
did I
video
ever
is based off my
message
private
myself.
messages, Queen.
What?
The whole video is based off my personal conversations.
Queen Bee did show her private messages, as I have previously shown.
So I played your text messages. I played your private messages on the screen. Read them out.
You played them,
Tell me
yes.
what
I know
live
you
stream I
read
did
them
this in,
out, but
please.
that's what it consists of is my private messages, yes.
Okay, tell me what live stream I did this in so I can go pull this right now.
Well,
I'd
I
love to know
actually-
what live stream this is that I did this in.
Copa, if Copa, you remember, because I gave, when I was on your panel and that girl asked me to put it, I put it in the chat then.
Okay.
If whatchamacallit, if and then after I did a different stream, you put up Angela's channel again where all my private messages are. So, and I said to you when I came on your panel that I do
Okay,
feel
so
like
because I brought up her channel, you're mad, right? That's because I brought up her channel on my live. Is that why we're
no,
upset?
More content amnesia from Queen Bee.
I think you put up her channel because you were mad at me. That's what I told you on your panel. I felt like you were trying to punish me because you felt like I wronged you. But I honestly feel like
Well,
I've been very
I
fair.
can say the same thing about you. I feel like you feel like I wronged you by playing your stuff 3 weeks ago, so you're trying to punish me by going over these live streams, right? I mean, I could say the same thing.
Deflection.
See what I mean?
You could say the same thing, but you'd have to actually go through my streams and point out how they're about you.
So I have to go through each one of these streams and point out how they're about me.
Well, you should. If you're claiming that they're all about you, you should at least watch them to see
Oh,
if
yeah,
that's
the
true.
last-
Because
the last 2
you-
weeks have been about me, on and off. Yeah, your live streams have. And if you didn't technically, okay, so look, and if you didn't deliberately put them about me, they turned into being about me.
right. And how many times have I said this isn't going to be a bash queen?
I don't know because I haven't had a chance to watch. I wasn't able to watch the.
A word from the Hive.
I've seen some Hive members stirring shit. And that's the problem is the one thing I agree with Granny's watching on is the fact that you can't get all of the details unless you watch. And that's always been my biggest thing.
Yes.
You know, I've said that to you
Also,
before.
what you interpret from a live might be different than what I interpret from the live. You know, because
Absolutely.
there's a lot of people who go into it with drama eyes, and that's where it is. But if you listen, sometimes like I'll listen, somebody will say, "Oh my God, she was talking shit about you," but then I go back and listen, and I'm like, "No, she wasn't. That's not. No, she wasn't."
Exactly.
So I agree with that. I fully agree with that. Sometimes you have to
Because
go
that's
back and listen for
always
yourself
been my
to find out.
biggest problem with
Yep.
Laura is she's like, oh, I heard. No, bitch, you need to go watch before you speak because now you just talked out of your ass.
Fucking live stream shit show, fucking dumpster fire yesterday that went down. Well, I was busy. I didn't have a chance to watch it. Otherwise, I'd have been up in here just like today. As soon as I woke up, I seen you were fucking live at the ass crack of dawn, 9:30 in the morning, and jumped right the fuck up here. Because, like I said, I wasn't available yesterday to do that.
Right. What I'm saying though is I feel like you have somebody clearly who doesn't like me that is convincing you that these streams are about you when they're not. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying about like maybe the situations pertain to you, but I made it very clear that this isn't a hate queen channel. That
What was the real issue? Why did Queen Bee feel she had the rights to gatekeep Granny's content? Is Queen Bee pissed off because her hive-pocracy is showing? In the coming videos, the gatekeeping of other creators will be highlighted. Comment below who you have seen Queen Bee try to gatekeep.